Hey there, my name's Amanda and I'm here to talk to you today about selling. So selling has a pretty negative connotation, and you may have had the thought that, well, if I become a Beachbody coach, I'm going to have to sell stuff, and that doesn't feel good to me. People will not like me. They will get annoyed with me. And we've all seen that as well. Think about your social media. Think about scrolling through the news feed and seeing the product pop up and going, oh, not again, and kind of moving right past it. Or looking at it and thinking some negative thoughts. We don't want to put people in that position, and I'm here to tell you that you don't have to put people in that position, and you can be extremely successful without being a salesperson. Beachbody coaches are all different. We all bring our own personal style and flair to the table, and that's what makes this business uniquely different. There is not a cookie cutter pattern that you have to follow. And so I just kind of want you to reframe your concept of sales for a moment. We can all think about a negative sales experience that we've had where we really felt pressured. We really felt like there was going to be a negative consequence if we didn't buy into it. But I also want you to think about positive. And I want you to think about a great restaurant or your favorite hairdresser or something along those lines. And think about running into someone who had a need for that. They needed somewhere to eat. They needed a haircut. Wouldn't you recommend that service or that venue to that person? You want them to have an enjoyable experience. You know you've had an enjoyable experience. Let me share my experience with you, right? This is no different. Just because it has products, workout fitness programs, and Shakeology and supplements doesn't mean that you're smacking something down on the table and asking for some cash. What you're doing is sharing your experience with those products and what impacts those products have had in your life. And most importantly, what impacts the relationships around those products have had in your life. Zig Ziglar said that selling is just a transfer of feelings, and that's truly what you're doing. Think about how huge health and fitness is in our world, where so many people are either struggling with weight or they're struggling with disease and chronic illnesses. And think about what is behind a fitness program and a supplement. A credible one at that, one that is credibly sourced and backed by integrity. And that's what we've got here. And so you sharing your experiences with someone else about those things when they have a need to be met is not selling. It is simply you transferring your passion for that into their lives and providing an invitation for them to explore that opportunity for themselves. So kind of reframing that, here's some Shakeology, do you want to buy it, into, listen, I started drinking this shake a year ago, and I've had it every day, and I haven't been sick once. I used to get chronic sinus infections. That's crazy, right? Maybe it would work for what you're dealing with too. And it doesn't have to be illness. It could be weight loss. It could be any number of things. But sharing the experience is what counts. We listen to people that we trust, and trust is not possible without a relationship. This is truly a business of relationships, and I have been so impacted in such a positive way by the relationships that I've gained in this experience. I wouldn't go back a year ago for anything. I wouldn't know a lot of people, and I wouldn't have had or received the impact that has occurred during that time. It is what you make it, and it's also what you bring to the table, and I encourage you to be 100% uniquely you. Don't feel like you have to sell everything that Beachbody offers. So, for example, I'll use myself here. I won't say never, but you probably won't see me promoting size. I love Shaun T. I think he gives a killer workout. I know that size is probably a great workout. I'm not a dancer. I'm not coordinated. It takes me a long time to get choreography. And so for me to put size out there in a promotish way would be very ingenuine. It would be very atypical of me. And everyone who sees me and understands me and understands my style and my consistency will look at that and it'll cause them to trip their trust. So that's not me. So I'm not going to put something out there that's not me. So that's just an example for you that you do not have to sell every single program. You don't have to push every supplement. You don't have to make a different post of a different product every day. I can't stress enough that one of the biggest reasons it's not sales is because it's not about the products. It's about the service and the relationship that comes from the connection that you make with people. When you see a need and you offer your experience with some solutions and some ways to meet that need, that's where you can really make a difference.